What's up, YouTube? Scatzilla here, not me, the car, you already know. If you were in the Phoenix or Mesa, Chandler, Glendale area, this Sunday is the Cars and Coffee. Here's the address right here. It's gonna be in Glendale. It's a Cars and Coffee. It's hosted by aztrackstars. Me and a few others are going for our AZ Mopar Legends. We're gonna hit this meetup and show up. Hopefully gain some more members, meet some new people, whatever it is, walk around, check out some cool cars. I'm going to be videoing that for the day. It is from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Like I said, it's a Cars and Coffee. It's in the morning. We should arrive, me, Jay, some other guys, probably around 7:30 in that area, but we want to try to get a good spot to park and shit like that. So, but if you're interested in joining our club, we are recruiting. We are looking for members to join. I mean, we're starting to build it better and more people on it, actually. We are recruiting is basically what I'm saying. Is we're trying to get more members and stuff like that. Mopars, Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, Ram, all that stuff, I had another scat behind me. But anyways, yeah, we're looking for new members. We're recruiting. It's not very hard to join. It doesn't cost you anything. But I will say this, with the club expanding and getting bigger and us wanting to throw like events like barbecues and like getting t-shirts for members and things like that, we do want to start a fund to basically, like, it's dues for the club. It's not going to be much, but it's going to be like that for every member, basically, and it's going to be for like a club events, like barbecues, like t-shirts if we need them, club decals, things like that. So me and Jay probably gonna work out something, I don't know, get an account going or something like that, put money somewhere, have somebody basically keep an eye on it, like a treasurer and stuff like that, basically keep tabs on the cash flow that comes in, what gets spent, things like that, that way we keep track of the money, and then that way, there's, like I said, there's money for, I'm getting pizza right now, sorry guys. That's why there's money for things, for the club, t-shirts, just little things like that. If somebody needs help with something, you know what I mean? But that money would have to be paid back, But, not like in a big lump sum, but, we would just basically have to have some kind of like contract or something, hey, you borrowed $50, and we'll put you on a payment plan to pay it back, and then that's it, you know what I mean? Like, so basically, I don't know how we would do it. It's just we would figure it out, I guess. So, if you borrow $50, you'd have to pay that back. We just give you a certain amount of time, or just whatever you put towards the club, is that would basically go to pay what you borrowed, and then until then whatever you kind of throw into to what you borrowed, that money, whatever you give, would actually go back towards that. So you would actually have to wait until you pay that off to actually ask to, like, just say if you had to borrow something again, right? Like, you wouldn't be able to until you pay that back, basically is what I'm saying. I think it's fair. That way, if you owe money to us, or if you owe money to something, or if you borrow money, and you know what I mean, you have time to pay it back, but just know that, like, that's gonna be kind of like, you can't borrow until you pay that back, basically. But we would figure it out, like costs, like the price. Like, maybe we're probably gonna start it off with $10. Everybody kind of throw $10 at it, and you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. Let's just say once a week. Try to get that money built in there, to have money already there to start off with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but we figured it out. We could do a monthly, or every 2 weeks or something like that, and then we'll get to a certain amount, and then right there, and then maybe we'll switch it to monthly or something like that. But I don't know, right now it's still in the works, to do what we were going to do. I mean, it's still in the works to figure out how we're going to do it and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, it's not going to be much. I mean, I'm pretty sure people are going to afford like $10, you know what I mean? It's not going to be much, but like I said, we're going to get up to a certain amount, once it's there, and then we might move it to, it'd be like a monthly thing. But like I said, we'd have a treasurer, basically overlooking the money, what's in there, you know what I mean? And then kind of like I said, if somebody has to borrow money for something, and you know what I mean, it's basically, you would sign something saying, I borrowed so much and so much. And like I said, you have You have to pay it back before you can borrow again. And I'm not giving you we wouldn't probably give you a date, like a due date, but you know, you would just, you know, have to pay it back, you know, regardless. But you know, that's something that we're gonna talk about and figure out and things like that, make a plan for it and stuff like that. And then that way, like I said, the club has funds for things, you know what I mean, like t-shirts and maybe car shows, that pay for car shows if we wanted to go and put our cars in cars, because some car shows, they cost money to go in. Majority of them car shows or meets that we go to, they're free events, you know what I mean. And so, you know, just something that's upcoming for the club, and hopefully we can get it going here, you know, by the end of the year or something like that. And you know, just kind of, but if you're interested in joining the club, like I said, we are recruiting. Look us up on Facebook. Jay started an Instagram, and there's Arizona, California. So we got in Arizona, we got one in northern Arizona, we have in southern Arizona, so basically Cottonwood and Phoenix and Tucson, and then California. But anyways, that'll do it for this video. Like I said, aztrackstars meet this Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll be there, Mopar Legends. We'll be out walking around. If you're interested in joining the club, you know, just come on up and look for my Scat, look for Jay's Challenger, my bad. His Challenger. There should be a red Charger there as well. That's going to be Freddie. Jay's cousin with the Ram might come. I think it's silver or gray. Jason from up north with his purple Scat Pack. And then maybe another guy from Mesa. He has a black Scat Pack or SRT. I can't remember. But anyways, regardless, it's the same. But just look for our cars. We're going to be there. We're trying to pull up in force. We're trying to make this club grow. All right, everybody. See you on the next one. Peace.
Fall in love with you, okay?